the being descended from Mayan ruins. Larry Hoover's fine, it's the Malcolm X of the music. Ain't walking in your purpose, then why you walking, you're useless.
I am that I am. I am the God of your ancestors, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
You were born of my mother, Yocheved. You are our prophet.
I have seen the oppression of my people in Egypt, and have heard their cry.
Stop it! Leave that man alone!
So I have come down to deliver them out of slavery, and bring them to a good land. A land flowing with milk and honey. And so unto Pharaoh I shall send you. Me? Who am I to lead these people? They'll never believe me, they won't even listen. I shall teach you what to say.
Let my people go!
Moses, I shall be with you when you go to the king of Egypt. But Pharaoh will not listen. So I will stretch out my hand and smite Egypt with all my wonders. Take the staff in your hand, Moses. With it, you shall do my wonders. I shall be with you, Moses.
Hi everybody, this is Sugar Moon, also known as Cheyenne. I hope you guys are all having a beautiful day, night, wherever you guys may be in the world, and I hope that you guys are all taking care of your energy as such. So, today is a very important topic, and I am starting to see a channeled message that has been popping up everywhere lately. If you're coming across messages that are referring to Joseph, King of Dreams, and Moses, which is the story of Exodus, Prince of Egypt, and things like that, I've always spoken about these two specific stories or storylines from the Bible. I've referred to them quite often because it is the story of the chosen ones, the story of the ancestors and things like that. It's basically stories of or instructions, basic instructions before leaving Earth, is what my father used to teach me. And that's why I know I'm bringing up a lot of Christianity or Catholicism like type of topics, but this all ties in together for all religions. And just like recently from my last video, I stated that it's so important to study all religions, to study all faiths, not even religion, study all different types of spiritualities or belief systems within the world, within the past, within the future, whichever. I'm a big advocate for doing your research yourself and diving into the rabbit hole to uncover truths and things like that and little gems. And one thing that I always say to people is that I'm only here to drop gems. It's up to you if you want to pick those gems up and to uncover what the truth is. But I'm not here to force anybody or force any type of belief system. I want people to be able to do the work themselves, to be able to believe in whatever they wish to believe, whatever that helps further their journey in life and to elevate and to ascend. That's what I'm here for. Just think of me as like a little friendly guide that helps along the way within a video game or like an RPG or something. And I just like to pop in here and there and just say, hey, just a little reminder. Got to stay on the path, you know? And things are going to get pretty rocky. That's the whole objective of this video. Tribulations and things like that we are experiencing as the collective, as the earth further ascends, like I've stated, things have to be shedded out of vibration. Okay. Naturally, with the transits that are happening right now within planets and how other timelines are merging with one another and timelines are collapsing and certain things are dying off and transitioning, it's just getting cray-cray. And so, yes, you are the Joseph and the Moses in this story. You pretty much, everyone here who has some sort of consciousness realizes that you are the main character of your own story. I'm only just a character within it. Okay? And so the main focus is that both Moses and Joseph dealt with, I would have to say, one of the worst karmic lessons of all. Okay? And if you've been rocking with this channel, you'll know I've already spoken on this topic like a few years back, where I said there's many different tiers when it comes to karmic lessons in life. There's like lessons on grief, lessons on loss, there's lessons on finding oneself, there's lessons within forgiveness, within trust, within healing, within shadow aspects, within, because the shadow shouldn't be feared, it's something to be embraced and to be integrated, to be balanced out. Okay? So you need chaos and peace. Without knowing chaos, you would never appreciate what peace is. You wouldn't even know what peace looks like. And that's what I've been stating within previous readings, that people who choose the karmic route or considered lower vibrational or karmic people choose the timelines that basically reflect the fact that this is all they know. They're just going off of the script. Okay? This is how they were programmed. But then, people can make changes. It just depends on that soul journey and if they're willing to put in the work to work with the universe to change their outcomes, to change habits. Because I've always stated within this journey that we are all not perfect here. No one is better than the other. Just because you hold the title of chosen, just because you hold the title of priestess or empress and everything like that, shaman, all that, psychic, medium, all of that is just a label. It's just a label at the end of the day. And it's better for us to communicate, but in theory, in spirit realms, they only communicate telepathically, right? So that's why I say that Spirit says as the earth ascends, there are certain gifts or the chakra system is going to heighten. Back in Atlantis times in Kemet, which is what we refer to as Egypt today, but I refer to as Kemet, there used to be a 12 chakra system or more. So we work with the basic 7 that we know now, which is the root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown. But there are so much more chakras that are there, but just not activated because of the density and the vibration that the earth has been so far. Which I find funny because that's why we grow up and kids fantasize about having superpowers, and it's just so cute to me because it's like, yes, honey, that's exactly what you used to do in the spirit realm. So when I see kids acting out like, I'm a mermaid, I'm a fairy, I'm it's so cute, but they're like saying like, oh, I'm Superman, or I have superpowers, I have telekinesis, I can go through walls, I can fly, things like that. And I'm like, yes, boo, yes, yes, yes. Because that's exactly what you remember, your soul remembers doing in the spirit realms, in the past, in your past lives. There was a time where people did have magic abilities. Why do you think that they tried so hard to claim it as fiction now to make people feel like it's make-believe? Because in theory, they know that if you truly believe in something, it shall be so. Correct? Without faith, there would be no product. or any type of result. So I say this with all the love in my heart, that I love the way that children are so connected to their past lives and to their soul. It's just that once trauma starts kicking in, once the matrix starts getting into that soul and starting to fragment that soul, that's when people start losing that spark in life. That's when people start losing in that hope, in that belief that things can be real and possible within life. And that's their goal, is to abuse you so much so to the point where you don't even believe in yourself, or you don't believe in anything, and thus you're stuck and stagnant and not able to grow. Because without the belief that you can do better, without the belief that you can elevate and change your life, without that, there would be no type of movement or forward movement within society. Okay? It's like now people are finally realizing it's a shared experience. It's a give and take. What you put out there is what you get back from the universe. So in a way, you are coexisting as well as co-creating with the universe. It's not just all you or just all spirit. It really is a collaboration of both. And that's why I say it's very important to create that relationship with your spirit team, because ultimately that is your real family. Yes, you have Earth family here on Earth, but remember that you also have a spirit team or a family in the spirit realms that are going to be welcoming you when it's your time to transition. Do you understand? So I always say it's important to build relationships with both, but the family that we are presented here on Earth teach us a great deal, or a great lesson within that. The fact that I said the hardest karmic lesson here on Earth is karmic family members. Okay, so what happens is that we experience many different betrayals within life, right? But really, it mainly starts with the family, because that's what you were born into, the structures that you're born into. That's where the belief systems and things like that were placed into you, was during the point where you were, you had no choice. You really had no choice on who you were growing up with, or who had to raise you, right? That was just more so like you didn't deserve the treatment that was bestowed onto you. But there was a lesson there. Do you understand? And that's one thing where I kind of am on the gray area when people say, well, it made you stronger. It made you, you wouldn't, if you hadn't gone through the abuse, you wouldn't be the person you are today. And while that is correct, I want to remind the person watching that every pain and every tear that you shed is valid. The pain that you felt, the betrayal that you went through, the feelings that you went through, I'm here to say that I validate your experience, and I validate the fact that, yes, it was wrong. What the karmic family, what those brothers did to Joseph was wrong, to sell him out to slavery. The fact that Moses' brother was willing to, and I'm seeing a thing with half brothers, half siblings. So if you're dealing with like a half sibling or a step sibling or of some sort that betrayed you, this is definitely for you. Okay, I have this feeling, I keep hearing half brother, half sister, and it's just kind of like, okay, I don't know why that there's an emphasis about that. There's something that needs to be healed within that person. Okay, no judgment, but there's something that has to be healed within that person. Okay, but just that mindset alone tells me that the jealousy and envy that these family members have had for the chosen ones has been a story that's been repeated several times throughout history. And you'll see it in many different storylines, many different things, K-drama, American TV shows, Indian shows and things like that, and all, man, everything across the board, even our literature and things like that. It's been a story that's told several times. There's always going to be a chosen one who's the black sheep of the family, that is ostracized and made to feel different, that is made fun of and bullied, and has to deal with extreme narcissism and abuse throughout their life until they come to the point where they realize that they deserve better, and that the treatment that they went through, while it may be that they did not deserve that, it was also something that helped push and elevate them a lot quicker throughout their story to make them back onto the right path, right? So in a way, it was I don't think people realize that the tower moments that Joseph and Moses faced, man, if you really think about it, you would be crying too. Can you imagine having the Most High come to you and say it through dreams or whatever source that source decides to come through, and tells you, hey, I need you to do something for me. I need you to complete this mission for me. I need you to be my prophet or someone that I'm going to send down here to speak. And remember, people forgot that Moses had a speech impediment. Okay. So not only that, he was nervous at the fact that I can't speak well, so how are people going to listen to me? Sorry if you heard that, it was my son. He likes to do Chewbacca noises, so I guess, I don't know if there's Star Wars fans in here. That's for someone very specific. Okay, but yeah, he likes to do Chewbacca noises. All right, but what I'm saying is that whatever situation that you went through, the Most High has been asking you specifically, whoever this is, who walks with the most purest of intentions. Okay, I'm not talking to folks that maneuver with very malicious intentions and things like that. That message is not for you. Okay, what I'm talking to people who've literally been ostracized, my black sheep, my underdogs. Okay, you guys have been going through the worst betrayals, I would say. Most people wouldn't even fathom or survive in those situations, and some of them can't even fathom that you even went through those situations in life, right? Because I keep hearing like, oh my God, why would anybody even think of doing that to you? You're so kind. Like, why would, like, why? You know, I'm hearing people on the outside, audience-wise, just saying, like, I'm just seeing observers here. Okay, and there's a term that's called, for me, I call them observers, because I call them, I'm gonna lose some people, but if you are on that frequency, you'll understand everything I'm saying. But there's observers that are watching. I wouldn't call them monitoring spirits. It's just more so they are part of the Galactic Federation. So I'm feeling Galactic Federation coming through, and yeah, I'm already feeling like karmic people are discrediting, saying like, oh, she's crazy and things like that, and she that woo woo shit. So yeah, but what I'm saying is that there is a purpose to this story. Okay, there's a purpose to the betrayal. Without the betrayal, there wouldn't have been any type of alone time or time for you to actually process and sit back. That's why I say vision quests and being alone is so freaking important, because when you have time and isolate yourself to the Most High, you have nothing but to hear just you and the Most High. Basically, it's a conversation. And so I feel like there's somebody here who's so powerful that you can speak to Source itself. Like, many people receive signs from the Most High every single day. Okay, in many different forms. The Most High chooses to speak to that person in whatever that person is able to receive that message best. Okay, so for example, Joseph was able to receive that message through dream state more so than for the Most High to come down and talk to Moses one-on-one through the burning bush. And mind you, I think that the burning bush is just this is just funny. I always joke around. It doesn't mean it's actually truth, but I always thought the burning bush was like some type of herb or like weed or marijuana. And so many throughout history, all different types of cultures, it is said that ancient cultures literally have been burned to the fact that they smoke herbs, or something that was natural, or a plant that was natural. And yes, marijuana did, in fact, cannabis was dropped here, like Rashad Jamal did state. He was very correct on that one. If you guys seen that lecture in the past, there was a time where he mentioned that cannabis comes from the cannabis major, a constellation, and it was dropped by, the Anunnaki gods or goddesses here, or was given from Sirius down here and was planted here by extraterrestrials. That's why while it's natural, it's not something that was, I don't know. Some say the Most High put it here. Some, I don't care. I don't care who puts it here. It's just a gift or an herb that is supposed to be used to help awaken the third eye and to help certain ailments and to prevent things such as Parkinson's, cancer, prevents pain, and it also helps to elevate IQ. And people, that's the thing, is they always like to lie to you, saying that it ruins IQ, it ruins your. And I don't agree with children under a certain age to be consuming this. Okay, CBD is great, but THC is completely different. I'm not going to get into that. All right, but CBD does do healing wonders for both children, elders, things like that. All right. I'm a big advocate for, using natural things. And I feel like whoever's watching, that's a side note. If you feel called to use natural herbs or to get into natural herbs, start picking up books from the library or go to, for me personally, like, I used to like going to like antique shops and things, and I like to look at old literature or old books and see, what books were left behind. And you can actually find a lot of good treasures, so things that you can own. But remember, be mindful. Like, there's certain attachments or spirit attachments in antique shops, thrift shops, and things like that. So make sure you cleanse that before you actually like put it into your home. I always advocate, make sure you cleanse things that are given to you as gifts, or just in general, cleanse everything before you bring it into your home. All right, but side note. But I'm saying that someone should be getting into natural herbs, or there's something that you're dealing with illness-wise, mental health-wise, or physical-wise that can be prevented from CBD or some type of THC. So seriously, look into that. So if you're experiencing pain, like back pain, or experiencing some type of pain, or you had a past injury that's starting to bother you of any sort, start using CBD, or look into CBD or THC. Do your research on both and see what's best suited for you. Okay, because marijuana can be ingested, not just from smoking. You can take in a pill form. You can also do like lotions and creams and things like that, CBD, whatever it is. Okay, so I'm feeling like someone's in pain right now, physically or something like that. This is a side note. So if that's for you, just look into that. Or if you feel like you're just stressed and you need to sit, I'm hearing just take a chill pill. So I'm hearing Spirit say, like, just spark up if you need to. Like, I feel like whoever this is, you've been stressed. I don't know if whatever. I mean, honestly, if I was going through what Moses and Joseph was going through, I would be sparking up as well. And they did. They did. And so that's, I'm not going to get into it. Okay, let's move on from that topic. That would be a whole separate video within itself. Okay, but that was for someone out there. I'm just pure channeling. But yeah, your story, you're going to hear this. I'm seeing, I know for a fact that many different readers are going to start picking up on this energy. You're going to start hearing from, I don't know if you're watching other channel readings, or if you're going to readers or things like that, practitioners. Make sure you're very mindful. There's a lot of karmic readers out here, so make sure you are very mindful. Use discernment on which readers you choose to go to. But I'm seeing that you're going to start hearing more about the Joseph and Moses story, because it's you. It's your story. It's just, history tends to repeat itself, especially if the lesson wasn't learned, correct? So right now, we're repeating a lot of things. Like, think of us, like, I feel like right now we're in the timeline. We're going back to the timeline of Atlantis and Kemet days. Okay, can you imagine? So I'm hearing people getting telepathic abilities are heightening. People are starting to realize they have certain gifts that are starting to activate. And it really depends on you. Free will. Use it for good or healing purposes, or use it for destruction. Whatever it is, there's consequences. All right? I'm not here to tell you what to do. But, so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and leave you with this message. Joseph and Moses is your story. Okay? I feel like also we're repeating financially the 20s. Spirit said something about the economy. It's like repeating itself right now, or history repeating itself. So whenever war is being talked about, or any type of thing being brought up, it's because the economy is crashing. So anytime that there's war being presented in any type of way, or major war or world war, it's because the economy, or major economy, or the dollar is starting to lose its currency or lose its value. It already has been, okay? It's just, I feel like people who are the rich, I'm picking up on people who are moving their money around to overseas accounts, or taking their money. I'm hearing take the money out the bank. Take the money out the bank. It's not a robbery. I'm really feeling like people are taking their monies out of the bank currently, wealthy people. And that's a sign. When wealthy people start taking their money out the bank, bitch, I would start to question my life choices right now. Because shit's about to get rocky. When I say rocky, I mean also economy-wise, political-wise, everything. Okay, I'm not here to talk about political shit. That's one thing I will not talk about. I leave it to other people to take care of that genre. But everything affects everything. Spirituality is into everything. So it also affects, if we're having spiritual warfare, that means it's going to manifest in some form here. So that means that some people are experiencing war within themselves, so they're practically fighting themselves on the inside every day, and they project it out onto other people. I'm not going to get into that. So technically, it is war. I'm feeling a lot of Aries energy, a lot of Scorpio, Aries, Capricorn energy, right? Very fiery, very explosive, very destructive. But destruction is used in order to build new things, new foundations, new civilizations in some form. So, in a way, we do need destruction. We do need shadow aspects here. Otherwise, shit wouldn't get done. Remember, before light was even created, there was nothing. There was shadow. It was dark. Okay? And Rashad Jamal, he said it perfectly. Most of the Anunnaki and the gods and goddesses, you guys come from, it is a planet where it's covered in darkness. It's like the black sun. You'll hear about black sun, or like planets that are just covered in darkness. There's no light. Okay? So I feel like you are someone that was, as I hear, I was born in darkness. That's what growth me. Like pain grew, pain raised me. I'm hearing that, like that type of shit. You are alchemist. You're someone that's transmuting the shadow into light. You're transmuting things. You're creating new things, new endeavors, new opportunities. Okay, but I'm also hearing we're repeating the same things of the recession and depression times right now economically. It would be wise to start researching on where to put your money, or how to hold your money, or how to invest your wealth into certain things that will be able to last lifetimes for your descendants, right? So, in theory, we are here. We are the new ancestors, so we should act accordingly. We are the new ancestors. Let me repeat that. So you should act accordingly. Because the descendants, I feel like the people who are watching, observing, are the people in the future, which is your grandchildren. And if you didn't have any children, if you don't want to have any children, that's cool. You'll probably incarnate somewhere else to have another family. I don't fucking know. So who knows? Sometimes certain lineages or certain bloodlines are supposed to die off because that's their karma. So in a way, if someone's being provided that info to make them move in a way where they don't want to continue their bloodline, then that means that bloodline was supposed to end. Okay, I'm not going to get into that, but I'm dropping lots of gems. All right, depends on if you want to pick it up or not, or leave it on the ground for someone else to pick it up. You guys all leave lovely gems too, because I'm here to learn. I'm not only a teacher here, I'm also a student. And so I like to learn. I like to broaden my horizons. I am open to all different perspectives in life. And I don't judge people. As long as you don't come on here with that bullshit and try to hurt others and try to be on that bully energy, then there will be no problems. Yeah, so I'm gonna wish you guys well. But you are the Joseph and the Moses, and you guys about to be elevated in life, whether it will be financially or even spiritually, whatever it may be. You're going to be elevated to the point where you're going to start realizing why you went through the betrayal, the purpose of it all. And you get to that point where you start looking back and you realize, like, this is how I know someone really did the work. If you get to a point in life, and this is when people usually find this wisdom out around 60, 70, 80 on up, you start to be appreciative of even the karmics. Because you realize that even the role that they played really helped you to get where you're at now. That is their purpose. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it pisses you off. Sometimes you want to fucking drag these people, and mop the floor with them. But I suggest don't do that. Don't do that. And if you have to, do it. If it's your life on the line, I say, hey, if you gotta protect yourself, protect yourself. Don't just protect yourself spiritually. I know you can be throwing crystals at people, but make sure you gotta, pew pew in your pocket too. If you have to take some of these demons out, because I have to say, some of these demonic ass people are willing to take you out, and that's the thing. This is not a game to play. This is not funny or in any way. These karmic family or people are willing to take you out, willing to hire hitman, or willing to take you out themselves, because that's how lost and how their soul is just completely gone. Okay, now the thing is that you need to maneuver in a very smart way. Okay, like your life depends on it. So yes, Moses and Joseph faced almost death from their own family members. Okay, and this is not to make you paranoid. It's not to make you paranoid. If the story doesn't fit, don't make it fit, because this is not the message. This is not a message I don't want everybody to relate to. This is something that no one should be going through. But if it relates to you and this is your story, just know there's a reason for it. And if you feel called to, watch the movies Prince of Egypt and Joseph King of Dreams. You'll start to realize certain things you didn't realize before. Even if you watched it. Okay, so I'm gonna leave you with this. Spirit said close it out because I got shit to do. I'm sorry, I just come in here, I just drop it, and then come back. And by the way, thank you so much to those who have subscribed and joined, as well as joined my other channel. Oh my god, thank you so much. Guys, you guys are awesome. All right, but I can't wait to drop those gems. I already got the things. I got it all prepped. I've been working on it, the thumbnails and everything. Everything's good to go. Just gotta film it, and I'm gonna launch it. So I'm so happy right now. And no shut up spell and no fucking spells that these fucking karmic ass people who are placing on you, magic wise, things like that, even on me on this channel, is not going to work. Y'all can't shut me up. I'm not going to shut up. My Mercury's in Aries, so I'm going to fucking talk my shit. All right. So nah. Oh, also my Mars is also in Aries, so I am not afraid of war in any fucking way. In fact, I invite it. And that's why people, I would say you are the same way. Check your chart, your birth chart. But I'm saying that people fear you because you're someone. Man, I think people forget that you chosen ones can also get down with the shits, but you chose to elevate your life and chose to do better. You chose the other ladder. Okay, and these karmic people forgot about that. They forgot how crazy you can actually be. Okay, but sometimes it's a trap. Don't fall for that shit. Don't fall for the reaction, because some of these people are willing to take it so far to put you in jail. Okay, don't react. All right. I know you want to mop the floor with Becky, but you need to sit your ass down, go calm down. And this is also a message for me too. Go calm down somewhere. Go touch grass. All right. And put your feet in water. Go ground. All right. So love y'all. I'll see you guys soon. I wish you guys all the best. And yes, you are Joseph and Moses. All right. Start walking with that, knowing that this is something that's already written in the Akashic Library within your story. It's written, pre-written for centuries. Okay? There are certain gems that you can look at that will help aid you, and I'm giving them to you. It's up to you. Okay? But love y'all, and peace.